Hey, everybody. Chris Sanderson here with Northeastern Group Realty. Hey, but one of the questions I get a lot, I wanted to answer for you. It seems like a lot of people are asking this these days, is if I have extra money, Chris, should I pay down my mortgage or should I save that money? So I want to tell you a quick story of a customer back when I was in the mortgage business, before I was selling houses the second time. These people came to me and they hated debt. It was a husband-wife team. They both had two jobs. And they had two jobs because they wanted to pay down their debt. They had about a $300,000 house, $200,000 mortgage, so they had $100,000 in equity already. But they wanted to get rid of that $200,000 note, so they refinanced to a 10-year loan. Now, I don't know if you've seen the mortgage payment on a 10-year note for 200 grand, but it's a big payment. But it was fine. You know, they both had two jobs. They were paying it down because they hated debt. So every extra penny when they worked overtime or whatever, every extra penny they got went to paying down that mortgage. So I think they got it down to around 100,000. So the house was worth 300, the mortgage is worth 100, so they got about 100 grand, 200 grand worth of equity in there. Good position, right? Well, not so much, because in the same week they both lost their primary job. They both lost their job. They almost lost the house, you guys, with 200,000 equity because they couldn't sell it and they couldn't make the payment. So they got behind and they darn near went into foreclosure on that house. Luckily, both got jobs again. They saved the house. But I'll never forget that feeling of helplessness of not being able to do anything for them. You know, when you are both employed and the economy's good and everybody's happy and you don't need money, all the banks are happy to loan you money. But if you lose your job and are unemployed, you can't get a home equity line. You can't refinance and take some cash out of your house. I mean, there are no options available to you when you need them. So, I'll never forget that. That was a bad feeling. So I've been advising people ever since to not start paying down extra on your mortgage, and definitely don't take a 10-year note. Take a 30-year note so you have the ability to make the smaller payment. Now, if you save up 6 to 12 months of living expenses, which is a lot, but if you save that up and then you have extra money, then put that towards paying down the mortgage. But you're much better off to have the money in the bank than to have a lower mortgage balance, because tough times are going to come. I mean, whether it's now or 6 months from now or 6 years from now, things are not always going to be rosy, Not many people can remember it, but in the 80s, interest rates were 15%, 18%. Then we had the dot-com bubble that burst and all hell went, the economy went haywire. Not that long ago, 2008, the Dow lost everything. People lost their jobs, businesses cut down. We thought it was the end of the world. That was only 8 years ago. It's going to happen again. We just don't know when. So best be prepared for it. I want my clients to be prepared for it. Have a huge chunk of money in the bank rather than a low mortgage balance. Because guess what? If you pay down your $300,000 note to $25,000, your payment doesn't change. Not until it's completely paid off. So put the money in the bank, play it safe, and you'll thank me later. All right, Chris Sanderson, Northeastern Group Realty. Get me at 414-3511.